Going. Let me just wait for some people to jump into the live chat. I dropped a message in the Discord for this channel. All right, looks like we're good. For those of you who have not joined my Discord YouTube channel, the link is in the description below. And while I'm waiting for some of you guys to jump in here into the live chat, just another reminder that I am part of the mass meditation event for protecting the vote. I just dropped some information into that YouTube Discord today, how there is some very funny stuff happening online on how easy it is to change anyone's vote if you know their date of birth and their name, which is pretty crazy. And it's happening right now in the state of Oregon. Oh, it's echoing. Okay, 1 second. Let's see. Why is it echoing? Let's see. Why is it echoing? Let me see. 1 second here. Okay, is that better? Is that echoing now for some reason? Let me know. But yeah, weird stuff happening. And hi, Christina. Hi, Zeph. Hi, Derek. Yeah, just give me a quick heads up in the chat. Okay, doesn't sound like an echo to you, Christina. Good. So, hi, Orbits. Nice to see you. All right, guys. So let's get into this message. So it's funny, and I dropped this in the Alchemy Discord, which is for all of you in my Alchemy program, that I was watching Phil Good's Starseed update video, which was fantastic. You guys need to go check it out. If you haven't, he uploaded it last night or went live. And it's it's a really good message. And he actually was, speaking of echoes, echoing a message I was talking to my girlfriend about last night. And it's something that has been coming up recently for me in some of my sessions with you guys, whether it's in your tarot readings or coaching sessions. And so I think it's an important video to do. And I kind of got a nudge from my guides, like, yeah, put it out today. It's important, especially with the fluctuation of all of the energies right now and anything that you're really wanting to manifest. So let's see here. When it comes to the waiting energy, you know, when we think about waiting, there's so many of us who are maybe waiting for union with, whether it's a soulmate, a divine partnership, a twin flame, whatever you believe in. If you're waiting on some sort of union, that waiting energy is so detrimental to the actual manifestation of it. If you're waiting for people around you to wake up, like the masses, to what's actually going on right now, that energy is detrimental. If you're waiting for mass arrests to be happening, the more that we wait for this kind of energy, the more we're actually stalling it out. We're actually stalling everything out. And so one thing that I've realized in my own journey is that when I stopped waiting for certain things and released the energy, surrendered to the fact that I know what I want for my highest outcome, and I'll focus on the energy of what that feels like, but not on the details, not on the when, absolutely not on the when, and allow it to completely flow out. And so, oh my gosh, Derek, you had 2 YouTube windows open. Oh boy. Okay. Total Mercury retrograde not. That is totally on Derek. Okay, so for those of you guys in the live chat, you kind of know that he's been saying there's an echo, and it's because he's had 2 windows open. All right, so back to what I was talking about. When you wait for something, that sort of energy is a pause. Okay, think about the hangman in the tarot. It's literally a pause energy. And so when you go into this waiting mode of hoping, one of the things that I love on Andrew Bartz's, what he calls the smoking the hopium pipe, you know, when you're constantly hoping for this outcome in the way that you believe it's supposed to happen or the way you want it to happen, whether it's in the timing, whatever it is, certain details, you know, we get so caught up in that it's smoking the hopium, crack pipe. And so I should say the hopium hope pipe. Although, like, I should be careful because those words right now are probably going to get me taken down. considering everything that's happening right now in our world. So we have to be so mindful of that energy, because as you start to awaken, you become extremely powerful in your energy field, which means you're amplifying everything that you're putting out, okay? Whether it's good or it's bad, you're amplifying it like crazy. And so if you're amplifying waiting energy, which is essentially a pause, then you're continuing to pause the very thing that you want to initiate, the very thing that you want to happen now. And so there's some sort of release or surrender that really needs to happen on our end to stop that. So whether it's union with a particular, in a relationship, again, wanting, say, family members to wake up or friends to wake up or just the masses in general, we cannot be hoping and waiting for that to happen. We have got to go about our own lives, which again is another message that keeps coming through. Forget about everything, all of the chaos, all of the craziness that's happening out there right now, in a sense of like getting involved in it so much, because we end up putting our energy into it, which again feeds it. It's literally like a parasitic food source. The news, social media, all of that, it ends up becoming quite a parasitic food source that we're unknowingly and unwittingly feeding just from giving our own attention to it. And I understand that we're in some pretty crazy times right now. I know there is a lot of information being dropped, stuff that many of us have been waiting years to finally come out. And it can be really hard to not get caught up in it. But it's this, when you get caught up in it, you can quickly go back into like, oh, okay, I'm waiting for the next drop. I'm waiting for the next, info to come out. I'm waiting for this to finally be revealed. I'm waiting for, my partner to wake up, whatever it is. We have to let that go, because we are literally stalling everything out. Our energy is amplifying so much. I don't know about you guys. I literally have a hard line into this computer right now because I cannot depend on my Wi-Fi anymore. I have a pod in this room, which this room happens to be one of the furthest away from the Wi-Fi box. But now, even when I'm out in my other rooms and I'm constantly getting disconnected from my Wi-Fi, whether it's on this computer or my phone, I'm just never getting a signal anymore. And it's because my energy is completely interfering with the signals. And it's just a reality now. But what it's doing is it's making me realize how potent the energy field becomes when we become so awakened and tuned in, and you start raising your vibration, you start tuning into certain things, you start taking information from the higher realms from source energy. When you start integrating all that energy and you really start tapping into it on a regular basis, your field just keeps expanding and expanding, becoming more potent and more strong. And so every time we're doing that and then we go into this waiting mode, it's like putting everything on pause for it's too much. It's too much. So I'm just getting this message to kind of put it out there for all of you just listening to this video. Don't wait for anything to happen. Just go into some sort of creation mode of you taking action in some way, shape, or form to make anything happen in your life that you want to happen. Anything that you have control over right now, to make it happen. Doesn't matter how small it is. Just make it happen by taking the action. Okay, the action is the last phase of the manifestation cycle. If you're only going into meditation, if you're only having the thoughts or the visualizations, or the positive affirmations, but you're not actually taking an action to put it into completion, you're still in that pause energy. You're kind of still in that hope phase and you're stalling everything out. So take actions in whatever ways you can. Let me just see who's here now. Cobalt, hi. Vaporama, hey. Sacred Journey, hello from South Florida. I need some of your sunshine. It's really damp and cold here today in Colorado. Christina, you're totally talking to me today, waiting for everyone to figure it out. And I've had the most unproductive week catching up, catching myself in waiting mode. Yeah. And that's the whole thing, you know, like we've really got to be very mindful of this waiting mode, going into hanging man all the time, you know, waiting for whatever it is that we want to happen, hoping someone else is going to do it for us. And the very thing is that, you know, your energy field becomes, if it's so potent, if you're truly interacting, which we are, if you're truly interacting with the quantum field, okay, the intelligent energy sources of the universe and all universes beyond, then you are absolutely interacting with all of the energies here on Earth around you. So how do you speed up the timeline? How do you speed up things into wanting them to happen at a faster pace? Well, you stop focusing on them not happening. You have to put your energy into the things that you know can happen. And as soon as we take that energy off of it, it's almost like a valve release. You know, like the pressure is, it's like, oh, okay. I've often said this, you know, sometimes I found that we can literally suffocate the energy out of the very thing that we're trying to create. It's almost like we're holding on to it for dear life, like just holding on, squeezing, and all that life force is just getting completely taken out of the very thing that we want to happen. And so we have to be really like mindful of that. And, Free Press, what part of Colorado? You were in Cherry Creek? Oh, that's not too far. I'm just in Denver proper right now. I'm going to Arizona later this week with some awesome peeps. Hey, Edward. Good to see you in the live chat. Hope you're doing well. So that's kind of my message. It's a quick one today. I've got quite a bit I've got to do just because I am traveling later this week to Arizona, and I'll probably be doing some lives from the Red Rocks, and I'm really looking forward to some of the energy activations. I've already received some insight that there may be some energy activations that are going to happen while I'm there, just like they did in the mountains last time I was up in Breckenridge, which was very powerful. What else? Oh, I have so many videos I want to do. I just don't have enough time. I am going to be doing one on higher self-communication through the dreams for you guys very soon, because that is something that has become absolutely common now for me, and I want to talk to you guys about it. So don't wait, because if you're waiting for anyone to, if you're waiting for the arrest to happen, if you're waiting for the mainstream media to be taken down, which trust me, I'm right there with you. I'd love to see that happen. If you're waiting for, more truth bombs to be dropped, which I know they're going to be, but we just can't go into that waiting mode. We can't feed that parasitic entity of that waiting energy. We need to go into consistent movement. What is the universe like? The universe loves fast movement. It loves movement in general. Okay. And so using whatever momentum you can build in your own field to funnel that into whatever it is that you have control over in your creation process right now, that you can physically do. Okay, that's a physical action. I want to stress that, physical action. It doesn't have to be massive physical action. It just has to be physical action in this reality to help disengage yourself from the waiting, pause energy that you're filtering into that field of whatever it is that you're hoping to come out. Disengage from that and let it go. Okay, it's almost like what's analogy that's kind of coming in? It's almost like allowing something to just be released, okay, so it can breathe again. It's like having someone stepping on your throat and you can't breathe, and then finally taking your foot off and the person can finally get air. Or, that's an awful analogy, actually. I don't know why I just used that one. It's pretty morbid. But you guys know what I mean. Jeez, that was awful. So anyway, that's my video for you guys today. I hope it was helpful. I will be again doing lives from Arizona later this week. So excited. And guys, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, the rest of your Sunday. And for those of you in Australia, New Zealand, I hope you're having an awesome start to your week on a Monday. And Zephyr, does writing count? Writing counts if it's not engaged with the thing that you're trying to get going. Get it moved into energy that you absolutely have control over. Okay, so that's where your focus needs to go, into things that you have control over. And whatever that is, writing, yes, is an action. Okay, if it's going to be something you're going to publish, or it's helping you get clarity on something, maybe it's automatic writing, helping you connect more with your guides. Absolutely. Just make sure it's disengaged with the very thing that you're trying to get off the ground. In a sense of hoping, okay? So, and I say that in a sense of things you can't control. Like, you can't control someone else's awakening. You can't control, okay, when your next divine partner is going to notice you and want to be in union. You can't control the next arrest, okay? All of that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. All right, so get out of that waiting mode. Just focus on the stuff that you have tangible control over, in a sense of where you can take action and filter it in. All right, guys. All right, so I love you so much. What else did I want to say? Did I want to say anything else? Yeah, if you guys want to join my alchemy program, link for that in the description below. YouTube membership, all of that's down there. And thanks so much, guys. Also, for those of you on my Instagram account, I am trying to post there a little bit more. And if you guys tag me in any of your stories with anything that's related to the stuff that I'm talking about, I'll totally add you to my story. Okay, so links to follow are all in the description below. Guys, I love you so much. Have a wonderful Sunday, and I'll be back with you real soon.